The fire surrounding Yu Menglong's case is raging harder than ever. This time, the sparks have ignited a massive controversy involving a cryptic 4-word response from Baidu's customer service, one that many believe accidentally leaked a high-level state secret. But the rabbit hole goes deeper. The investigation has also exposed Gao Taiyu, who allegedly borrowed 2 million yuan to fund a life of luxury, buying villas and supercars, only to turn his back on the debt. Beyond the money, this fire is exposing a deep-seated fear within the entertainment industry. A Taiwanese artist recently broke their silence, revealing the terrifying reason why no one dared to step in for Yu Menglong. A toxic culture of forced submission and predatory drinking that leaves everyone in the industry feeling hunted. The anomalies continue to pile up from the Rashomon effect, clouding the public hotlines to the chilling 4041325 code hidden in his final video. Yet, amidst the darkness, an astrologer predicts that justice will finally be served in the spring of 2026. This isn't just a coincidence, it's the people's uprising against the shadows. Today, we're gonna peel back the layers of these new breaking points and expose the truth behind the crimes. Hi guys, Sean's back. We're diving back into the Yu Menglong case today, and honestly, things are getting darker by the minute. We've got everything from Baidu basically slipping up about state-level control, to a massive betrayal by a close friend over a multi-million yuan debt, not to mention that chilling cryptic code hidden on the last shirt he was ever seen wearing. It makes you wonder, why has the entire industry suddenly gone silent? We're breaking it all down in today's video. Stay tuned and pay close attention, because you never know how deep this hole goes.
回馈之下，于朦胧不差，换了位置，全网炸锅了。
你要是说关。
Yesterday, we touched on how Yu Menglong's Baijiahao account on Baidu was suddenly replaced by a string of random codes. For his fans, this felt like a second wave of grief salt in an open wound. In response, netizens flooded Baijiahao's customer service with complaints. Thanks to their persistence, the account name was finally restored to its original state. However, Baidu took it a step further. In what looked like a blatant attempt to stir up more public controversy, they made another move that left fans absolutely furious. People have been flooding Yu Menglong's Baijiahao page with virtual flowers to boost his visibility. As of now, the tribute has surpassed a staggering 4.4 million flowers. According to Baijiahao's own guidelines, hitting 1 million flowers lets you change the profile picture. 2 million earns a spot on the entertainment banner. And reaching the 4 million mark grants an exclusive pop-up window. These rewards are clearly stated in their official rules. Yu Menglong's numbers have easily met and even shattered every single requirement for that exclusive pop-up, yet Baidu hasn't delivered a thing. To make matters worse, Yu Menglong's name has been completely wiped from all the major rankings. Because of this, people flooded Baijiahao's customer support, demanding an explanation. But the response they got was shocking. The customer service representative's answer immediately escalated the entire situation, shifting it from a simple tech issue to a high-level political matter. The customer service rep's response was blunt. Due to state control, Yu Menglong is ineligible to participate in the entertainment rankings. We appreciate your understanding. Now guys, let that sink in. State control. Netizens were caught completely off guard and immediately fired back, asking, "What exactly does that mean? Which government notice stated this? Please show us the specific document." But they couldn't produce a single document. Instead, they just kept looping like a broken record. Regarding your feedback, due to state control, Yu Menglong cannot participate in the entertainment rankings. To top it off, they ended with this hypocritical line, "Thank you for participating in Baidu's activities." Mainland netizens weren't buying it. They pushed back hard, asking, "Did he do something wrong? Is he on a blacklist?" And the response? The representative just abruptly ended the conversation, cutting them off entirely. This makes it crystal clear that the interference in this case is coming from an unimaginably high level. It's proof that the protective umbrella everyone has been whispering about isn't just a rumor, it's real.
睽睽之下，于朦胧不差换了位置，全网炸锅了。
你要是说
While battling state censorship, netizens have continued to dig even deeper. Recently, actor Gao Taiyu was thrust back into the spotlight following allegations of his involvement in that 17-person party on the night of the incident. An insider close to the production team revealed that Yu Menglong was, quite frankly, too kind, he trusted his friends blindly, and that ultimately became his downfall. According to the leak, Gao Taiyu once asked Yu Menglong for a massive loan of $280,000. He sold him a dream, claiming the money was for an investment and guaranteeing with absolute confidence that the risk was practically zero. The promise was simple. The principal and interest would be paid back in no time. Everyone knew Yu Menglong was a soft-hearted person who valued his friendships above all else. On top of that, Gao Taiyu bragged about having a powerful connection, a relative who was a high-ranking executive at Douyin. Swayed by the pressure and the promise, Yu Menglong eventually handed over the money. But as it turns out, not a single cent went toward an investment. According to the whistleblower, the moment Gao Taiyu got his hands on the cash, his lifestyle did a complete 180. He traded up for a luxury car, moved into a high-end villa, and started living a life of absolute decadence. Later on, Yu Menglong realized something was off when there was absolutely no news regarding the investment project. When he confronted Gao Taiyu about it, Gao's attitude did a complete 180. He didn't just stall and make excuses eventually, he flat out denied the loan ever existed, turning on Yu Menglong as if he didn't owe him a single cent. What's really fueling public outrage right now isn't just the unpaid debt, it's the growing suspicion over what role this so-called friend actually played before and after the tragedy that struck Yu Menglong. One netizen commented that this was never an investment, it was a blatant scam. Others have gone as far as calling him scum of the earth, voicing their suspicions that he was part of a dark conspiracy that was never meant to see the light of day. Furthermore, the leak suggests that the reason Gao Taiyu acts with such arrogance is his alleged connection to the high-level Douyin executive that everyone has been whispering about. At this point, one question continues to linger in everyone's mind. With so many people in the entertainment industry, it's hard to believe that Yu Menglong was subjected to such extreme treatment and controlled like that without a single soul knowing. Why didn't anyone step up to help him? The recent personal experiences of several Taiwanese artists might offer us some answers. It's not that people didn't want to help, it's that the environment there is so terrifying that everyone is terrified of becoming the next victim. Taiwanese actress Zhang Xuan recently shared a video opening up about her early career in mainland China. She mentioned that seeing everyone wonder why no one stepped up to help Yu Menglong struck a chord with her, as it brought back memories of a very similar personal experience. At the time, a major production house invited her to mainland China. She went there alongside another artist who started out as a model. During one of the events, there was this highly influential senior, someone who was well loved by the public on camera, but behind the scenes, he was a total monster. This senior publicly humiliated Zhang Xuan, shouting, "What makes you think you belong on this stage? You don't have what it takes." But it got even darker. Later, at a club, in front of several other artists, this senior straight up ordered Zhang Xuan to get down on her knees. Yes, he actually made her kneel. Zhang Xuan recalled that because the man's gaze was so terrifying, almost like a mob boss, she felt forced to kneel under the sheer pressure. After that, she was forced to down drinks until she was drenched in alcohol. It was a complete and utter degradation. When asked why the senior did it, the answer was simply because he saw himself as the bosses and wanted to flex his power and authority. As for the other artists there, Not a single one dared to step in or help. They were all paralyzed with fear. Zhang Huaishuan stated bluntly that this is exactly why no one stepped in to help Yu Menglong, because in the entertainment industry, no one wants to be the next target. Coincidentally, another Taiwanese actor, Huang Xinhao, shared a similar horror story. Having worked in mainland China for 6 years, he recalled an incident where a high-ranking film and TV executive invited him to a dinner banquet under the pretext of an audition. The moment he walked in, someone teased, "Your sweetheart is here." He was then seated next to the executive and relentlessly pressured to drink. Once he was intoxicated, they took him straight to a hotel room. Luckily, Huang Xinghao snapped out of his drunken stupor. Sensing something was horribly wrong, he tried to escape. The executive even threatened to douse his face with a pot of scalding hot water. In the end, Huang Xinhao fought back with everything he had and threatened to make the whole thing go viral. Only then did the executive back down and let him go. The netizens' comments hit the nail on the head. They still have the nerve to be that arrogant, even in Taiwan, who gave them that kind of audacity. The terrifying thing about China is when big capital conspires with political power, even those who come forward to speak out can be wiped out in an instant.
睽睽之下，于朦胧不擦，换了位置，全网炸锅了。
你要是说
Now, let's shift our focus back to Beijing. Even though the authorities issued an official statement a long time ago claiming that Yu Menglong accidentally fell from the building after a night of drinking, they even arrested 3 individuals labeled as rumor mongers, but absolutely no one is buying it. Recently, a bold netizen managed to get through to the Beijing 12345 citizen service hotline. Once the recording of that call was leaked, it only deepened the sense of suspicion. During the call, the netizen grilled the operator, pointing out that the 3 people supposedly arrested are nowhere to be found on the official police website. Which begs the question, is the whole thing just a staged performance?
你让我关注什么呢？我们都是认字儿的呀，我们也是9年义务教育，这个大学也学了，我们看得懂公告，它是一个净网通告，他抓了这3个人，但是我们在那个朝阳分局的网上对这个3个人是找不到的，因为你但凡被判处的这个3个人的话，他肯定会找到。但是很奇怪的是，这3个人让我们去关注，这3个人我都找不着，那难道他们这是演戏给我们看吗？
The operator could only offer a robotic response. I completely understand how you feel, but the authorities have already released the official results of the investigation. However, the netizen refused to back down, relentlessly demanding that they show some actual, concrete evidence.
你要是说官方这边的话有实质的证据，那你就拿出来。 把9月11号当天的监控视频、尸检报告、小区的监控、周围的走访，然后这些东西都甩出来，打我们的脸，好不好？
Faced with these incredibly logical questions, the operator could do nothing but hide behind a script, repeatedly saying they understand how you feel, and telling the caller to just refer to the police announcement. Finally, out of pure frustration, the netizens snapped. This is completely unacceptable. Because if we just let this slide without any real answers, anyone could be the next victim.
都3个月了，你说你以后也要做妈妈的，你作为一个妈妈，一个孩子莫名其妙的在北京一个小区这个叫什么坠楼身亡，你觉得你会咽下这口气吗？ 我说实在的，我不认识这个人，我也不认识他之前演的电视剧，我都没看过。但是我会觉得这个事情不应该就发生在现代中国呀，你明白吗，妹子？这多恐怖啊！如果这个事情不得到解决，那下一个呢？下一个会是谁？
This conversation is absolutely heartbreaking and painful to hear. The authorities want to sweep this case under the rug by simply calling it an accident, but the public isn't so easily fooled. In fact, several analysis videos have been circulating online, pointing out details that are, to put it bluntly, truly chilling the more you think about them. In one of Yu Menglong's videos filmed before he passed away, people noticed something bone-chilling. The number on the back of his shirt was 404. What does 404 mean? In China, this number is synonymous with missing web pages, internet censorship, and the total erasure of one's digital footprint. Was this a silent cry for help? A hidden signal that he was about to be deleted? Of course, some argue that people are overthinking it, that it's just a form of silent satire typical of Gen Z. Since it wasn't seen as a major threat, the authorities let it slide until it eventually turned into a trend. However, in that specific video, the way Yu Menglong walked was undeniably strange, as if he were in pain. He was also seen wiping away tears twice. This was back in May or June, and he looked completely drained and sickly, hardly the image you'd expect from a top-tier star. It has led many to speculate that even back then, he might have already been enduring prolonged periods of extreme mistreatment. On top of that, someone managed to dig up a custom-made sweater that Yu Menglong once wore. The sweater featured two letters, Y and M. Underneath the Y was the number 25, and under the M was the number 13. Netizens have pointed out that Y and M are his initials, but the numbers are what's truly chilling. 13 corresponds perfectly to 2013, the year he first entered the entertainment industry, while 25 points directly to 2025, the year of his death. This has left many wondering, was his entire fate being orchestrated by someone as a twisted metaphor for his life's timeline?
睽睽之下，于朦胧不差，换了位置，全网炸锅了。
你要是说
Facing such an overwhelming darkness, we as ordinary people might seem utterly powerless. Yet in the depths of despair, a glimmer of hope emerges from another dimension. Astrologer Li Jing has blended Indian Vedic astrology with the mysterious art of nadi leaf reading to offer a prediction regarding Yu Menglong's fate. Li Jingwei mentioned that during a fire ritual for Yu Menglong, the Indian nadi master, Guruji, sensed that it wasn't yet Yu's time to go. He felt that Yu Menglong's soul is currently trapped in suffering, unable to find peace, as if entangled in a massive web of deathly energy. In Indian lore, this is known as the shackles of black magic. However, Li Jingwei also shared a pivotal revelation. She predicted that 2025 will be the year the dark veil is finally lifted. It will be a time of reckoning, where collective karma begins to manifest. By the spring of 2026, around March to May, fate will finally deliver justice for Yu Menglong. At that time, more concrete evidence is expected to surface, proving that his death was no accident, but a calculated tragedy. The Yu Menglong case has sparked rumors involving the Red Third Generation, centered around a producer alleged to be the illegitimate child of a high-ranking official. Some even suspect it's tied to internal power struggles within the CCP's upper echelons. From the state's iron grip on Baidu, to the police claiming the person cannot be found, to the collective silence across the entire entertainment industry, it all points to one chilling reality. We're up against a predatory system that literally devours people. However, as Li Jingwei put it, this isn't just a tragedy for Yu Menglong alone. This is the collapse of a massive mountain of karma, a debt that has been building up for nearly a century. So, what can we as ordinary people actually do? We may not be able to pierce through this darkness overnight, but we can choose not to forget. As long as we keep the conversation alive, as long as we refuse to look away, then that 404 code will never truly succeed. They can't erase what we refuse to let go. Guys, if your heart aches for the fate of this pure angelic young man, please help us share this video and give it a like. Let's make sure the algorithm never forgets his name, Yu Menglong. Together, let us wait for the spring of 2026, the day the truth finally comes to light. And if you're still watching this, maybe you're looking for the same thing I am.